Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, August the 4th, 2023. Friday, August the 4th. This is going to be a short recap, everybody, because not that much was happening. Not that much at all. Let's go by forget boundaries. Let's go by forget waiting to be invited. Let's go by. I was driving down the road and your street was here, so I thought I'd come right on over. See, that's Nina. And Willow just happened to be bored, trying to figure out crochet, right? So she said, "It's okay, come in." And she goes, I know I should have called. See, yes, you should have called. She didn't care. Michael happened to be running late because I could tell you what, if Michael were home, see, they would have been eating dinner, the family, and Nina would have interrupted. Michael was just running late, picking up dinner. Well, he ran a little late in the office, then he went to pick up dinner. Otherwise, the family would have been home together. And Nina would have said, "Hey, you're going to drive by their street every doggone day, Nina." That was no reason, no excuse. She cannot give boundaries. She can't. She absolutely can't. And you know what she's going to do tomorrow? Go to Kelly's and tell Carly, I was at Willow's house last night. Oh my God. Can't stand her. Now, she did, or they were talking about what do you like, and I don't know much about you, yada, yada, getting to know each other. But still, Willow set boundaries for that. Okay? I'm just saying. So anyway, the next thing that happened, let's stick with Christina. Let's go to Christina. Michael comes to Charlie's to order dinner because they got their favorite spots, from Charlie's Pub. They like Kelly, Metro Court, do the whole round table because, I don't know why Michael, he's got enough money. Get somebody to come in and cook for your family, man. Olivia makes enough for an army. Make sure she sends enough for 3 down to the gatehouse. Really, that's all you got to do. Olivia would love to do that. So Christina is talking about, Jocelyn is team, team her mother, team Carly, but okay, I understand. I guess I understand it's her mother. And Michael's looking like it's my mother too. He's just looking at Christina. So because let me ask you something, Chrissy. Let's just for instance, that your mother and Sonny were married and this whole situation happened. How would you feel, Christina? And she just looked at him. Yeah. How would you feel, Christina? Oh, goodness, I can't. I don't like the fact that she's being majorly featured because she's just so incredibly uncensored. But you want to know something, everybody? I thought about it. How much I can't stand Christina's character. Who is she just like? Oh my God. She's just like her mother, Alexis. Alexis has to be one of the most uncensored, opinionated person I know. Woo, right? Christina is just inappropriate with hers in a lot of ways. But anyway, Nina comes in because Michael leaves. Michael goes home and he comes in the door because Nina told Willow, well, you know what? He's late. I don't, since Michael's so late, why don't I order? I can get us some dinner from the Metro Court and right? Michael comes in the door and he looks up and he's, Nina? And he just kind of looks at her like, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just driving by and I thought I would stop by. Willow said it was okay. Oh, and I see dinner. Oh, okay. And he goes, yeah. And so she goes, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take off. Good talk, Willow. So she leaves. And Michael just kind of looks, you know, and Willow says, Michael, she distracted me from that. And she pointed to her crochet, that project. She says, it was okay. I told her it was okay. And he's like, whatever, that's on you. So then she starts talking about she wants to go back to work. And Michael said, so wait, so soon? And she says, yeah, it's important to me. The nurses at GH, they were the reason I'm where I'm at, and I got to get back to nursing and yada, yada, yada. And he's like, okay, I understand that, Willow, but I would love for you to stay home a little bit longer. He goes, we almost lost you. I almost lost you. I just would like to spend a little more time with just us bonding as a family, right? Because mind you, they still haven't bonded they still haven't consummated their marriage, right? And so she said, I understand that, it's just it is important to me. And, and he goes, well, ultimately it is your choice. Because Michael always says that. Ultimately, it's going to be your choice. But he's just letting her know how he feels. He feels he would love for them to just spend some, because look, we're dealing with this sickness really hot and heavy since November of last year. She could spend a month or two home. Come on now. I'm just saying, I'm with Michael on that. Nursing has long shifts. Those kids have been with her on death's door forever, right? Be able to be mommy. She hasn't even been able to go to Wiley's games yet, right? And you talking about going back to work. Like as soon as you got some sort of all clear, no. Let's be soccer mom. Let's bake some stuff. Let's really do some things. Like she wanted to do mommy and me with Amelia. Let's do some things for the kids. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. I already know they'll have her back with the uniform in 2 weeks. Then we have, I'm going to tell you this part quick. Nina and Austin got on my last nerve. And Sonny's going to be looking at me. Sonny's going to, you told son, done. All I need to see was one scene of that, not the other 5 between the 2 that came on. Ridiculous. Finn sends a note, puts a note, and Deanna gives to Elizabeth. She like, you want to have dinner with me? Check yes, or box check no, and she checked yes. And Elizabeth says, give this back to Dr. Finn, or to give this back to Finn. And Deanna says, okay. And Elizabeth gets on the elevator. Finn is coming off the elevator. Deanna gives him the note, and he sees, oh, she checked yes. You're an adult, Finn. You're an adult. Pick up the phone. Ask Elizabeth out to dinner. It ain't that difficult, brother. Right? They go out to dinner. I almost fell asleep on their conversation because it's really the same rehashed conversations that they always have. Always. Okay? So I won't get into them. Valentine, yes. He texts Anna. She's rushing home. He's sitting on the stairs. They leap into each other's arms pretty much. I love Valentine. So, she was catching him up on what was happening, and they're running over ideas in both of their heads. And, there's, of course, ends with them getting ready to make out on the couch. Can't even make it upstairs, but, everybody's couch is the bed. But they're just always, to me, I love their chemistry. They're always good together. Valentine and Anna. So now we have Laura and Kevin. They get to Greece, Cassadine Island. They get to the house. Laura's nervous because she was held captive for 2 years, and she, like, facing her demons. So they get in, the caretaker lets her look around. No hide nor hair of Nicholas there. She and Kevin are talking, and they're outside, and as she goes, I already know I may have to face the fact that Nicholas is staying away on his own volition. And Kevin says, well, he's done that before. And she says, yeah, but I just thought that, he would not do it again. But the truth be told, he did it once, he could do it again. And so as they were talking, he said, if he's doing this himself, then he's going somewhere, or he is somewhere where he knows you can't find him. And she goes, but at least let us know, he should let us know he's okay. He says, if he is doing this on his own, he's ashamed. He's not going to let you know he's okay. I'm surprised Kevin didn't say he didn't let you know for 2 years he was okay, right? You thought he was dead. Because bottom line, it did take him about a year to recuperate. But he was away 2 years. Additionally, it was 3 years in total. So when they're talking, Laura goes, wait a minute. I know exactly where we're going next. So we'll see where they show up next. I don't know where they're going to go next, but we are going to see where they're going to show up next. So, that was it. That's all I'm going to talk about today on General Hospital. It was just a colossal nothing. Let's go to Comic Corner. Comic Corner. Neon Moon says Lois is Ned's ex-wife and Lois is Brooklyn's mother. I forgot that Olivia and Lois were friends. Ned has married both. Soap operas are so funny. They pass people around continuously. And Yolanda says, yes, Diggy. Christina will go after Dex to antagonize Jocelyn. Angela says it looks like they're trying some chem tests with Joss and Spencer and Trina and Dex. Oh, Trina and Dex, that's horrible. They're a horrible couple, Yeah, a shame that they are deconstructing things with Spirina. I'm starting to agree with the speculation that they must have had a fallout between the actors. Well, she said in the interview there was no fallout, but who knows? Yolanda says Spencer will lose Trina, and we will then learn Ace is not Nicholas's baby. I know they never did a DNA test. Yolanda says, I normally mute the Dingbat Christina on the screen. When the Dingbat Christina comes on screen, that entire family of women are loony. Sam isn't loony. Sam isn't loony at all. Yolanda says, I know the fans are behind the end of Trina and Spencer. Don says, I can't stand the new Christina. They should bring back the old Christina because this one just doesn't have it. Lisa says, I think Carly knew it wasn't only coffee in that bag. She already figured out what she needed to do with it. I know, Carly might have known. Carly might have known. Lisa says, thank you for correcting me. Cameron's dad was not Rick Lansing, but Xander. I remember Cameron at the cemetery at his gravesite. Yeah, before he went away to college. Lisa says, Ava snooping in Austin's files and him freaking out about Sonny. She told Austin about Sonny knowing that Austin helped her. Not good. I know, Ava, that was stupid. And then Lisa also says, good that Olivia and Eddie/Ned are talking and laughing together. And then she says, Cody will catch on to Gladys drugging Sasha. My goodness, Christina, keep your opinions to yourself. Look before speaking. Christina would decide she had the right to speak about everything. Or she does. Lisa says, Spencer should spend the day with Ace and Trina at the park, not Esme. Christina's getting Spencer to spend the day with Esme and Ace made me so angry. I'm sure Jocelyn will talk to Trina. She needs to stake her claim on Spencer with Esme. Knock that smirk off Esme's face. And then Trey Voice says, Trina has no more claim on Spencer. And Lisa also goes on to say, Esme should be in prison. Spencer is not spending enough time with Trina. I thought they were going to spend time together behind Portia's back. Why is Christina setting up Esme and Spencer to spend the day together? When in reality, Christina and Esme have never spent an ounce of time together. Really, not one. And just even from the outside, looking in, knowing what Esme did to her cousin Spencer, Christina's cousin Spencer, to everything, would you decide you want to tell him to spend time with a woman like that? That's just telling you Christina's judgment. She has none. Lisa says, why would Jocelyn work at Charlie's? Why would Jocelyn want to be around Nina? Esme is so nosy, wanting to know about Jocelyn and Christina. Why does Esme need Spencer to take Ace outside at lunch? Taggart is feeling sorry for himself and not trying to be in any time. Not trying to be in any time, be a parent to Trina or even a friend. Trina and Spencer need to sit down and talk openly with one another. And then Trey Voice says, and then officially break up. DB says, love the new horse that so beautiful and relaxed. Comic creeped me out. Can the writers give Esme a hairstyle and some clothes? I never had high hopes for Trina once she and Spencer got back. And Leanne says, I don't know what has happened to General Hospital, and especially Sprina. It has been the worst summer in terms of storylines for a while. Every episode's more to be a filler episode and not much really going on. Exactly. That's why I told you there was like nothing happening today. Nothing really happening between June and August. After Charles is left, Victor Cassadine, I don't get that part. General Hospital's been boring. Oh, the actor left as Victor Cassadine. And then Patty says, GH writer's biggest blunder of the year. So far, Sonny and Nina continue to be a storyline. Trina and Spencer, lack of a love story. I Am says, this Trina isn't like the former Trina. Man, she's got guts and confidence. Portia had issues. The other Trina did. She really did. She was a sassy. The other Portia had issues when she found out who Joss's parents were. She sure did. Portia will always be a hypocrite. Where's Taggart? Not at the police station, not at the Metro Court. No time for Trina. And then Anthony says, I think that crazy doctor will kill Gladys to keep her quiet. Rod says the writers dropped the ball on the script today. Curtis fell. Curtis is full of self-pity and Spencer is slowly falling for Esme. Yep. Using Portia as an excuse to stay away from Trina. What happened to Taggart? Did they drop him? He should be comforting Trina. And then Jane says, this is Spencer's son. That is Spencer's son. Absolutely not. Ace is not Spencer's son. I Am says, I want it to be the fisherman that saved Esme, LOL. P. Merle says, oh, please. Who is Trina, the new Sasha? I know everything she gets manipulated. Please don't put Esme and Spencer back together. Can Christina mind her own business just once? Who is this girl? No filters whatsoever. LaShunta says, I knew Ava would tell Austin, shaking my head. I don't feel for her. Lucy says, you rock recap lady. The colors you wearing were so nice. Oh, that pink, that mistaken wardrobe, salmon pink. Lucy says, did anyone notice Dr. Austin Gatlin Hope? I sure noticed this part. Put the blood pressure cup on Curtis's arm, and then he took it off seconds without reading the blood pressure results. He took it off. He walked out the room, and I thought, for one, it wasn't enough time for it to pump up. And then for two, he didn't write not a doggone thing in the charts. I noticed that blunder. PE says, yes, I noticed it too. Anita says, yes, Dr. Austin did not take his blood pressure. That was so weird. Jane says, I want Trina and Spencer together always. Ron says, Curtis is full of self-pity. It's time for him to grow up. Did they forget about Taggart? The writers dropped the ball on what seemed like everyone else knows but him. I know. Sandy says, if they have Trina catch Spencer and Esme at the park for family day, I will scream. Sandy says, I'm so disappointed with the writers, Frank V and ABC, and any decision makers on General Hospital. This is a soap in 2023, yet they're afraid of a biracial couple. Spencer and Trina are soap opera gold. They are what keeps us tuning in every day. DB says they dropped the ball with Molly 3 and TJ. Yes, they sure did. Thank you so much, everybody, for commenting on Comment Corner. I'll be back on Monday. Let's hope General Hospital does something, because yikes, wasn't good today. Wasn't good today at all. But anyway, everybody have a phenomenal weekend.